Hey everybody, this is Sarah with Doggone Fortunes Pet Readings. Today we're going to be diving into how your pet is currently feeling about you, their current emotional state, how they're feeling when you guys are together, what they wish they could tell you. We're going to be exploring their physical or emotional needs right now, how they're feeling in their current environment, and we're going to wrap things up with advice from their spirit animal guides and some channeled messages throughout. All right, so I've already pre-shuffled the cards just to kind of, save a little bit of time so we can just dive right into it. All right, everybody, so right now, what is your pet's current emotional state? What is your pet feeling in general right now? So we have the Three of Pentacles with the Seven of Wands, defensive energy, okay, and the Lovers. We have the Lovers energy with please, oracle message. All right. So right off the bat, your pet is feeling an incredible soul bond with you here with the Lovers energy. I feel like they feel there's a sense of, Three of Pentacles is talking about collaboration, teamwork. So they feel like you guys, work well together as a team. They feel that you're an integral part of the pack type of dynamic. They feel that you're, like a soul family type of thing. There's also a sense of your dog feeling extremely protective over you. Okay, with the Seven of Wands energy, they feel like they're extremely loyal. This is a pet who would stand guard over your energy, who would bark at anything that threatens your peace. They're very protective energy coming through. Like, this is my person, don't mess with them type of vibe. All right, with the Please energy oracle, I feel like this is your pet is saying that you're always there. You always seem to know what they want, what their needs are. You're always able to figure out what they want. Like you had like with the Lovers energy and the Please oracle message, I feel like you guys have this amazing soul bond that you just kind of like telepathically speak to each other. You just seem to just always understand what your pet is wanting and needing from you, even though obviously you're not communicating with them, but you are on a telepathic energetic level. That's kind of what I'm getting. All right. And like I said, with the Three of Pentacles energy, your dog absolutely feels, that you're part of the pack, that, they see you as like a teammate, their partner in life. They see you as their, complete family, something that, they know you put effort into taking care of them, and they notice it even in little ways, like, knowing exactly their every little need, how to figure it out. All right. So let's channel a message from your pet. We're whole and perfect. We're whole and perfect. I don't know if you can see these, but I will read from the guidebook. Yeah, because I don't know, what these, what every individual meaning of this card is yet. So this is like the first time I'm working with it. I think they're super cute, and I was so excited to include it in today's reading. So, okay, so we drew the We're Whole and Perfect card. So it says, sweetheart, there's nothing wrong with you. There are no missing parts. You are a miracle, the most wonderful being. You're everything splendid and more. You see broken, beaten pieces. I see shiny, unique pieces that make you special. There's only one of you, and you are complete. Even the losses we endure, they don't create a void or emptiness. They are replaced by compassion and more love. We become kinder, softer, gentler. You are whole and perfectly beautiful. So that's how they see the connection with you. Very strong soul bond. They don't just live with you, okay? They feel this amazing, companionship. There's this unspoken bond that, just goes beyond, this earthly life, basically. It's a very energetic, soul bond. So your pet feels that you're whole and perfect together, and that's how they see the relationship. So, your pet doesn't need you to be anything other than who you already are. In their eyes, you are the perfect person. So, maybe your pet has been seeing you like struggle with, insecurity issues or feeling down about yourself. But, if that's the case, this is, confirmation that, your pet sees you as perfect, and they wish that, you would look at yourself through their eyes as being perfect and whole. But that's a specific message for some of you. And for most of you, it's just your pet just feeling like this amazing bond between you two. All right. So what are their feelings towards you? We have Temperance energy. We have the Two of Swords energy, Page of Wands, and we have environment. So we have the Temperance energy. So this is telling me that your pet, you know, is feeling like there's something off here in the home environment. So, you know, we have Two of Swords energy. So perhaps, you know, you're at a crossroads or you're dealing with something emotionally in your life right now that is kind of keeping you, you know, you're just kind of like energetically closed off. Things are kind of in limbo. Things have gotten kind of stale in the home environment. And, you know, the Temperance is all about balance and harmony. So your pet senses your emotional ups and downs energetically, and if it affects them, they're like, you know, like energetic mirrors, you know. So like when you're feeling peaceful, they're more relaxed. If you're feeling nervous and upset, you know, they try to hold that balance for you. And sometimes that kind of weighs on them, you know. They feel, you know, like they have to be like your energetic anchor, if that makes sense. All right. So yeah, so, but also with the Page of Wands energy, this is all about exciting, you know, excitement, going out, like playing ball, going out in the yard, going out on walks. So this is telling me that your pet is still very much feeling excited and connected in that way. Basically what your pet is wanting is they want more play, more discovery with you, you know, and they're just kind of waiting for the environment to clear up, for maybe you to start feeling better, so that they can, you know, have a lot more fun times and playtime with you, is what I'm getting. Yeah, they feel like the home environment is a little bit stuck, and they just want to, like, you know, shake it up a little bit. Things feel stale, stuck, and in need of a lot more fun. All right, so let's channel another message from your pet. And we have, you are magic. You're magic. And it's a cute little black kitten. Little black cat kitten. All right, so let me see what that message means. Hold on. All right. Meowgic spell. In a sun-kissed clear jar, place 11 rainbow crystal chips, a dash of holy basil, a pinch of pink salt, sprinkles of lavender, rose petals, and chamomile, and gold dust. Give it a very gentle shake. Write your wish on a tiny piece of rice paper, crinkle it, and put it inside. Seal with foil and golden bow. Invite the fairies to bless your spell. Keep it by the window where the wishing star will shine on it at night. But remember, magic is not something you do. Magic is something you are. That is so sweet. I love that message. So, you know, basically what it's saying is, even when you're unsure of yourself, even when you're caught like in a decision or feeling stuck in your head, they see your light. Your pet isn't judging your indecision or your moods or, you know, the fact that you're emotionally closed off right now or you're dealing emotionally with things in your life. You know, they're not judging you. They're watching you with awe. And to your pet, you are a miracle. You know, they could have gotten any home in this world, but they got you, and that to them, that's like a miracle. You're the one who brings balance to the world. You're the spark in their adventure, and even when you can't see it yourself, they feel it. So this is your pet just confirming that they see you as somebody extremely special to them. All right, so let's move on to, how do they feel when you guys are together? All right, so we have the Hermit. All right, we have the Hanged Man energy. All right, so this is a lot of reflecting energy, a lot of internal. We have the Four of Pentacles. And we have the Do Not Want oracle message. All right, so this is a very emotionally charged pile. So basically what I'm getting here with the Hermit energy is your pet may feel emotionally alone even when you're, you know, together. This is, you know, this is not about blame or anything, but I feel like since there's, you know, a lot of emotional things that you're dealing with, you know, your pet basically feels that you're emotionally unavailable, you're emotionally withdrawn, and you're not present enough for them. All right, so this is about you being emotionally disconnected. They're sensing that you're distracted, pulled away, you know, and like I said, just not as available as they are wanting you to. All right, with the Four of Pentacles, you know, this is them still holding on. They're holding on tightly to you, but they're not expressing it. So they might be expressing it through like clingy behavior, guarding things, guarding their space, or, needing comfort. Maybe they're really needy and clingy towards you. These are all signs that they're craving that more one-on-one attention with you. They want to hold on, but I feel like your pet just doesn't want to like overwhelm you, because they know energetically you're going through a lot emotionally. All right. Another side note here with the do not want oracle message. I feel like if this pet is in training, it's a card that's showing resistance. All right. So your pet may be sensing a lot of stress, tension, distance in your energy when you're together. And, while, they don't want to leave you, that, their hope, obviously, they don't want to leave you because they feel like this soul bond, but they want this to change between you two, right? So they want to bridge this emotional gap that they feel. All right. Also, like I said, there is a sense of if your pet is in training class, or you're doing a lot of training with your pet, they feel that these demands are very excessive. Like maybe it's like really strict training with not a lot of praise. It's just excessive demands, not a lot of fun time included with it, or not a lot of positive like reinforcement type of training. So yeah, that's for people who are currently, working with your pet in a training class. But basically your pet doesn't want you to shut them out. They feel like there's silence, there's emotional, like withdrawn type of energy from you. They're holding on to the connection and hoping that things will improve emotionally between you two, because there is that soul special bond that they have, that your pet has with you. All right, let's channel another message. And we have card 16, which says, thank you. And what does that mean? Let's see. All right. Thank you for loving me. Thank you for taking care of me. Thank you for smiling at me. Thank you for spending time with me. Thank you for sharing your secrets. Thank you for hugging me. Thank you for telling me how much I mean to you. I am utterly grateful for who you are and all that you are. You are a warm ray of sunshine in a gray sky. You are those cookie treats that are yummy, crunchy, and gooey all at the same time. You are like my favorite old ragged toy that you try to throw away. You are the sparkling wish star in my midnight dream. You are my person. You are my everything. Thank you. So, obviously this is your pet, saying that, even though they do feel this distance, they do still feel that you do a lot for them. You have done a lot for them in the past. That's why you have this incredible bond between you two. And they want to thank you for that. They feel gratitude towards you. All right, so let's move on to what your pet wishes that they could tell you. So this is like a little channeled message from your pet about that. All right. Okay. So this is what they wish that they could tell you. All right. We have the devil energy with the 7 of Pentacles, with the Knight of Wands. We have jealous. And we also have card 32, cuddle time. All right, so that's interesting. We have the devil energy with the jealous oracle cards. So basically what I'm feeling here is your pet is saying that, they get really jealous, like when you give your time, attention, or energy to something else. Right? So they may act up a little bit or get extra clingy when they feel like you're giving too much of your time, energy, or affection to something or someone else. So it's like, it's not like a toxic type of energy. It's more of like, an attachment. It's like, they're saying energetically, you're mine and don't you forget it. All right. The 7 of Pentacles, they've been waiting for a little bit more quality time. I feel like, you've been busy with life, with the other things that are, competing for your attention emotionally, energetically, but they're like, hey, when is it my turn? I want some more cuddle time. I want more. We have with the Knight of Wands energy here. They want more adventures, more playtime. They want to go and break out of the routine energy. I feel like there's a strong sense in this reading so far that your pet is feeling that things are extremely stale at home as far as, playtime, having fun, and experiencing some type of like energetic freedom, and this is what they're craving: movement, spontaneity, just kind of like shaking things up out of the norm. Right. And, so I also pulled cuddle time energy. So your pet is wanting a lot more affection, a lot more one-on-one time with you, you know, cuddling, watching TV together, going on adventures, going on walks, you know, just having a lot of fun, just living in the now, being very present with each other. Okay. So for some of you, you know, if you had like a baby or you brought a new puppy into the house or, you know, something like that, or if it's, you know, maybe it's not even either one of those things, it's just the sense of your dog pooping and peeing in the house or, you know, unexpectedly doing things that, you know, it doesn't normally do, you know, this is just saying that this is the reason why your dog is extremely jealous and, you know, doesn't feel that your pet doesn't feel that they're getting enough, like I said, one-on-one attention. So that's kind of like another side note. If it's like turned into a behavioral problem, this is what the problem is underneath the surface, is that fact that your pet is jealous. All right, so let's move on to their physical or emotional needs right now. All right, so we have the Four of Cups. And we have the Two of Pentacles. We have the Four of Wands. We have Nature. And we have Let's Play Oracle Message. All right, so with the Four of Cups energy, your pet is this is just kind of like repeating the previous pile a little bit, in the sense that your pet is definitely feeling, you know, that you're emotionally distant. You know, they may sense that your attention has been elsewhere or that you haven't been engaging with them the way that you used to. All right. Not from a place of neglect, but just like being in your own head, being emotionally worn down, you know, with the Two of Pentacles energy, you know, you have a lot of things going on with your life. You know, maybe you're working multiple jobs or, you know, just a lot of things like competing for your attention, you know. And I feel like they want you to choose them over all this multitasking. Basically, you know, with the Four of Wands energy, your pet is feeling that the home is very wonderful. It's a safe space. They have a good foundation between you. You know, it's strong, it's sacred, and they feel like they have a wonderful, loving home. You know, but there's a sense of, you know, with the Oracle message, Let's Play, you know, there's a sense of your pet wanting more playtime, wanting more, you know, freedom, wanting more, you know, they want the dynamic to be how it used to be before all these stressors came into the mix. All right. We have Nature Oracle message, and I feel like, you know, what it's saying is your pet is thanking you for you accepting them for who they are, all right, quirks and all. So thank you for loving me as I am, for seeing my moods, my instincts, my quirks, and letting me be exactly who I was born to be. So your pet is acknowledging and thanking you for, you know, just letting your pet be who they are, you know, and not really trying to force them to be something else, you know. Yeah. But there is a sense, like I was saying, you do have to, you know, like they want more connection with you. They want to feel together again. You know, they just want more spontaneity and playtime, basically. Oh my gosh, this is such a sweet little reading. I love this little, I don't know if you can see it, but it's, you know, Let's Play. It shows like a little puppy riding the wave in Hawaii somewhere, or a beach in general. Anyways, so yeah, they just want that carefree, spontaneous, you know, type of vibe, this happy-go-lucky. They just want to see your smile again, basically, is what I'm feeling. All right, so let's move on to the advice, what their spirit guides, you know, have to say. All right, so we have the Fool. That's carefree energy. Oh, we have the Ace of Pentacles with the Page of Cups. We have Self-Regard Oracle message, and the final message that we have is, what do you want? Channeled message from your pet. All right, so the Fool energy is all about fresh starts, having fun, you know, being spontaneous, being carefree. So I feel like, you know, it's Spirit is saying it's okay to begin again. Start learning how to, be more open here with the Page of Cups, have more curiosity. You don't have to have it like all figured out. You just need to say yes to the bond with your pet. And I don't feel like here with the Ace of Pentacles, it's not done evolving here. It's this relationship here is a gift. This bond that you have with your pet and the relationship that you guys have, it's an absolute gift. It's not about perfection or training or, performance. It's, a grounded opportunity for mutual healing and growth, and it's still growing. It's still evolving. Your connection, is just, it's always continuing, to evolve and become, deeper over time. Right? So with the Page of Cups, it's saying, you need to approach your pet and yourself with play, innocence, being emotionally open, not being afraid to show love the way you used to. When, your dog was a puppy, when you just brought them home, that sense of, wonder and the newness and the novelty of everything. That is what Spirit is saying that you need to bring back into the connection with your pet, All right, and so we have the self-regard oracle message. And this is just a reminder that how you treat yourself reflects in your pet. So if you're hard on yourself, obviously your pet is going to feel that too energetically because, our pets are our energetic mirror. So what we're feeling inside, they're also sensing. So if you're hard on yourself, they're going to be feeling it. When you relax, obviously they're going to be relaxed. So they basically are learning emotional safety through you and the connection and the energy that you're emitting, basically. All right. So we have the oracle, the channeled message from your pet. What do you want? So this is Spirit saying, really focus on what kind of connection do you want with your animal and with yourself and the world around you, because it's all possible, but you have to want it and you have to believe that you're worthy of it, All right. So a final channeled message from your pet is they chose you for a reason. All right. They saw the light in you even when you didn't. So basically your pet is wanting to begin again. They want to bring this fresh, new, spontaneous energy into the bond that you guys already share. This time with that new puppy energy, like when you first brought them home, where, the novelty was fresh and everything was new and exciting. They want that type of energy back in the connection. All right. They just need you to believe that your love is enough because to them, you are their everything. All right. So that is what the animal spirit guides have to say. And hopefully this reading has resonated for you. If it has resonated, feel free to hit the like button and do me a favor, go ahead and hit the subscribe button and tap the bell notification so you get notified every time I upload a new pet reading. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it.